8, count them, 8 consecutive changes that have buffed her late game. Ahri, big changes. Mana cost on her W going up, the damage is going down. Both of these were needed. This ability was way too spammable. You could use it to fly around the map. You were using it just on cooldown, basically, to keep that move speed up, and especially for her roaming. Every part of it's getting punished, right? 10 damage is going down, and its mana cost is going up by 5. So this will add up. Also, the charm on her. The mana cost on her charm is going up by 10. Both these impacting her mana. She doesn't have the best mana early, and she was reliant upon spamming the W for the trade patterns. Both of those things are getting hit, so she's definitely taking a step down. She's still really good. Don't be afraid to play her, but we're going to take her off of that top S tier champion. Gwen's getting gutted. All right, the biggest parts of her kit, the newfound carry roll in the jungle, they're capping the maximum damage you can deal from her passive. So basically every auto attack and every Q hit is going to be hit from this. This is a huge nerf to her jungle clear. And then the bonus attack range on her E, what made her a dominant laner. She no longer gets 100 extra attack range. She's only getting 50. This is a massive cap to Gwen. I expect her to drop off the radar big time. Kennen, they are amplifying his 4th attack damage on his W. Most people are using the W as the wave clear, but now it might come up to some attack speed on hit builds. We'll see. The numbers are pretty good on this, so keep an eye out. Reckless, I know, is going to be a fan. I'm sure that he is going to try to play a little Kennen in the bot lane with the on-hit build. We'll see if it's enough. Kennen was in a very gutted spot. This champion was way too good for a long time. They really just gave a tiny portion of one ability back, so it's not going to vault him back into a must-play tier, but you know, it's a little bit of love, and people who know how to play Kennen will be able to abuse this the best. Master Yi, huge shakedown. All right, a lot of text here. What you basically need to know is on hit up, the Duskblade changes down. All right, so Duskblade of Drakthar was basically considered too strong. They're hitting basically every way that interacted with you, and they're buffing up the on-hit effects, including on-hit effects for the Alpha Strike, which is a pretty big deal. So I expect a complete change in philosophy on Master Yi. We'll see how this lands. My anticipation is that if you play Master Yi, he's still going to be very good. You just have that new build. Blade of the Rune King was recently buffed. You're totally fine going Blade into Rage Blade. That build should be good. We'll see if the numbers are right. This is purely going to be a numbers effect right now. It's not going to be enough to catapult him into pro, but it should be enough. Just swap your builds right away on Master Yi. Samira, I went back and checked because I was like, man, this is a lot of changes they've made to her scaling. 8, count them, 8 consecutive changes that have buffed her late game. Her early game used to be oppressive. That's why they kept on changing everything. They made it so that if something was worth 10, instead they made it worth 5 early and 15 late. And they just made subsequent changes like these. They're hitting it again. Health per level is going up by 6. Armor per level, big deal, is going up by half. Cooldown on her R in those cases of getting multiples off in the late game, especially in those big team fights, the cooldown's going to 5 seconds. I expect this champion to see play now. No joke, LCS, be ready. They'll be the last ones to join. Be ahead of them. Samira's jumping up to the top spot in the AD carries. She's a hyperscaler now. Don't be afraid to take her. Just remember, she used to be an early game dominant champion. She's not anymore. Wait, scale up, get to that late game team fight and dominate. We want to see Bloodthirster, Immortal Shield Bow, and Mortal Reminder. You can get that Bone Collector in early if the team's full of squishies, and it's also her best first item. It has a lot of effectiveness. Still don't think we're going to see any Yumu's type builds the way that we used to because of that early game changes. Basically have to go crit. But once you're on 4 items, you're going to be unstoppable. Seraphine, massive changes. Her W, there used to be actually no reason to put points in it. You literally got nothing from putting points into the W. Now you do. So they're completely changing this ability. It now has a lower mana cost, cooldowns going down. The shield is now, instead of based on level, is now based on ranks. So this is a very big deal. You'll want to max this as a support player. And they're also taking 5 points off the AP. Allies now gain the same value. So now you can use this as a better healer. They're basically taking away her solo lane and amping up her support. The heal, 5%, with a decent AP ratio of missing health, is now going 5 up to 7. Again, now it's worth ranking up, but the AP ratio is down. So definitely good for the support. The E cooldown is being improved at rank 1. So all signs are pointing to a W max second instead of an E max second. E looks like it's going to be the 1-point wonder now, where you're just going to use it for the roots. Xin Zhao is being hit. This champion was not that strong. This is one of those changes that gets put in because in pro, they just keep on picking it. They have a lot of success. They like using it. It affords them a lot of early priority, but it wasn't that good. And especially since the Sterix gauge change, it's not been OP. Definitely not even strong. Just solid. It's been fine. Cooldown on E is going up, and the duration on the ult, this is a big one. This is the one that pros use to the best effect, where they would just go in, dash in, separate the fight into 2 different fights by keeping the Crescent Guard shield up. Now it's going to go down 1 second earlier. That's a pretty big change. I expect Xin to finally fall off of the pro ranks. Hole Breaker. Basically, if you're ranged, all of your effects are going down by half. This is a fantastic change. We should expect fewer Akshans, Graves, and the likes in the top lane abusing this champion. I will say that I did test Samira with Hole Break, and it was insane. So probably a perfect change for this item. We'll still see if metagames warp to find changes or whether or not they're just going to nerf this. I expect teams to finally adapt and to bring Dematerializer. That's something you can do if you're playing against a Yorick, if you're playing against a Graves, a Gnar. Against these champions, bring Dematerializer. If you hit the cannon gaining its resistances was really the biggest thing that made their push inevitable. Now you can just fight that off. Demat the cannon and then go on and get them from there. And that's going to be the wrap. We've got a bunch of B skins. As far as I can tell, this is the end of the patch notes, so it's going to be a short and sweet one. Again, drop Xin off the ranks, put Samira at the top of your AD carry. Gwen jungle, don't play her anymore. Ahri's still going to be fine. Those are the highlights. Good luck. Catch you there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel out a lot. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it surreal. Peace.